So today is Cafe Corgi Cafe, and I am filming an event video for them. If you are new here, then I am a videographer. I mainly do at the moment like event corporate videography, and I do a lot of events in the tech AI space, so this is kind of perfect. There is a lot of hype around Corgi at the moment. They have so many cafes around San Francisco, and this is their first one in London. There is over 1,000 people on the wait list. This is pretty freaking major. I've done like one vlog before showing you like my day-to-day as a videographer, but I wanted to show you what my process is actually like when filming one of these event videos. So I thought I'd take you along on the process of like planning it, then actually filming it, and then editing it tomorrow, and I thought this was the most perfect event to show you my process. So for the main planning process, get comfy because I think we're just gonna sit here at my desk. I like to kind of get an idea for the music before my videos so that I kind of, even if I have like a few options and don't specifically know the song I'm going to go with, I know the vibe, I know the speed of the like B-roll I'm gonna get, whether I'm going like slow, steady shots or getting like fast, high pace, high energy music. I've spoken to Claudia and she said, make sure it's not promotional. She wants it cool and fresh. She said, like my house music ones. So she wants like house music, cool vibes. I can do that. I'll allow you the inside scoop, and I use Epidemic Sound for my videos. I have like a playlist of event video music, but sometimes it's just completely not that vibe, and I feel like nothing that is going to be appropriate for this video is going to be in this folder because this is more like corporate, formal, promotional energy vibes. So I'm gonna have a play around and find some different songs. I think I want to go high energy fast. Normally my event videos are like 1 to 3 minutes long. I want to keep this like within the 1 minute mark. I'm gonna have a play around and see what comes to me. I haven't actually seen any of Corgi's videos before, so I don't know if there's anything for me to like go off of. Let me look on their LinkedIn.
We're the co-founders of Corgi. Today, we're announcing that we've raised $108 million at a $630 million value.
I feel like this kind of the energy. I can see it. I don't like that bit. No. That sounded like, that literally sounded like Britney.
It's Britney, bitch.
Like music is arguably like one of the hardest parts of the process. Like once I have the song down, I can just put everything in place and it just flows. But getting that song that is right for the energy of the vibe, like for the energy that also matches the tempo of the interviews, that's a really weird thing to consider. But the speed at which people are speaking in the interviews sometimes doesn't match the music, so I either have to cut the interviews or change the music. I also like, it's kind of in my head like a bit more wholesome vibes. Like I know it's like hardcore tech AI, like grinding, but I want something like, there's literally going to be a Corgi there. I can't have a Corgi just in a video that's like strictly like techno house. Like, okay, I actually think what's best to do is maybe go through the shot list first, because maybe that will give me a better idea. And also I feel like sometimes I will just listen to so much music that it all blends into one and I just can't actually hear anything. So another part of my process is I take literally a notepad and a pen and I will write down shots that I think are relevant or appropriate for the style or the type of video that I have in mind. Now, I like to keep this relatively loose. It is nice to go into an event and being like, tick, 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 yes, I can get this, yes, I can get this, because one of the worst things ever is coming into the edit and then realising that you didn't get a shot that would work really well or that you wish that you got. But I also don't want to like bind myself to just focusing on certain shots or certain angles or certain types of videos, because my kind of job is to capture the energy of an evening and I just kind of like to go with the flow. So I'm making this sound like I plan loads, and yeah, of course I prepare, but I don't really plan because I think that can almost have an adverse effect, in my opinion. That being said, I am going to write some ideas that I have in mind. I write it down and then take a photo of it. Like, I could easily just write it down on my phone, but I feel like more juices flow when I'm writing on paper. So I'm going to have a little think, then I'm going to come back to music because it's all just blending into one. So I'm actually keeping it a secret what I'm writing because obviously you have to stay and watch the video to see what I end up using. Yeah, you just get to watch me ominously write. Okay, I'm going to tell you one thing that I am going to try and get tonight on the list, and that is the slow shutter effect. I've seen it everywhere and I still haven't actually used it in one of my videos, and I really want to. So I feel like tonight this looks huge, my new camera. Yeah, I really want to use it, and I feel like tonight could be a good use for it. It looks so cool. So I now have my shot list. There is 5 things on the shot list, and I feel like it's going to create a really unique video, and I'm really excited. Now I need to go back to the music, but I'm not really feeling too hopeful that I'm actually going to find one that I'm going to use, but I think I have the general energy, and I definitely think it's going to be like faster shots, more high energy. Maybe the music will end up coming to me once I have the final footage, which often actually does happen. But that means I'm now all ready and prepared for today. Oh my god, tonight. I'm literally leaving in like an hour and a half, and I'm so freaking excited. I'm so ready. Another thing as well, just before I go, is I'm not actually going to take my gimbal today. Oftentimes I do, but I actually prefer shooting handheld, especially for a higher energy video like today's one. I think it's going to be better to just aim and shoot, point and shoot. Okay, Claudia just messaged me and said that everyone arrived at 5. So I think it's already so busy. I was hoping to get there early. I'm literally like 2 minutes away. It's 5:45 now. So this kind of ruins some shots that I had in mind if there's already people in there. But this is why I don't get hung up on a plan, because things don't go to plan. So you've got to be willing to adapt, but oh god, let's see what we're working with. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Guys, it's so crazy and busy in here. I'm sweating. I did it. It was so much fun. I had to run through train. It was so much fun. So much busier than I expected though. You know what, I'm just going to finish it tomorrow. Last night was so much fun. I had such a good time. It is now the next day and I'm ready to edit this. It was honestly so busy. I knew that it was going to be busy, but I thought that I was going to be eased into it. But I got a message from Claudia on my walk over saying like everyone arrived an hour early. It is rammed. And I was like, oh great, because when I got there it was like peak time. So it kind of ruined a few ideas on my shot list because two of those relied on the space being empty beforehand, so I could do like a transition from empty to full. So I kind of had to like compromise and change that, and that's exactly what I was telling you about, that there's not really much point in me doing a big plan for these events because a lot of the time you have to adapt when you're there and just see what's happening. I was doing a lot of socializing as well. There was a lot of familiar faces, so I don't really know if I got a lot of shots, and yeah, I got 196. Now that may sound like a lot, but normally I don't overdo it with like 500 clips because I normally feel like that just creates unnecessary work in the edit for me. I just find myself repeating clips if I do that many. So I normally end up with like 250, late 200s. So just under 200 isn't the end of the world, but 10 of those are interviews, so it's actually like 186, so yeah. Yeah, so I've got the all clear about the music from Claudia, so that makes me feel better. And I'm just going to put everything in the timeline and see what I can get. I know there was a lot of shots, there was a lot of good B-roll. I remember I feel like I got 5 shots of like people talking, people laughing. I feel like most of it is like wide shots. Oh my god. So I think we're going to begin with the like more techie edit stuff so that I have that done. And also because the hook, that's going to be mainly like the hook at the start. But that means I can reveal the first thing on my shot list, and that is match cuts. I love doing match cuts I've used them like for multiple different types of videos, but it is a really good hook. I don't think I'm going to use it right at the start. I think I'll use it within the first 5 to 10 seconds. I feel like the Corgi logo is very unique, so I think it's very appropriate. So yeah, I'm going to start with that. That's a nice way to ease me into the edit, and it's pretty simple to do. Okay, match cut's done, works really well, happy with how it went. It looks really good, I'm happy with it. The next effect that I'm going to make is a speed ramp. I got a lot of shots where I was moving side to side with the hope that it would be enough footage for this kind of speed ramp thing. I didn't use my gimbal, so I couldn't do like the biggest of movements. So hopefully this is gonna work. I'm really praying that this is gonna work. I'm gonna put the music in the timeline now, so that I can also start thinking about that. But yeah, I'm praying. OMG, OMG. I just put the music in the timeline. It works so perfectly with the match cuts. I wasn't even gonna put them in as the first bit, but now I feel like I have to. It works so well. Oh my god, oh my god. I mean, like, it kind of works, but I'm not happy with it. But I think I need multiple, like, hit back and forth, and then maybe it'll work. Okay, that took way longer than expected. That took me like half an hour. I didn't get the range of movement to make them like really exaggerated, so I had to do more in the edit. But I think it does work. The intro is like so high energy. I don't know if it's too much at the moment. Might need to dull it down a bit, but obviously I want it to be high energy, so I'm clearly revealing all of these things that I wanted to include in this video within the intro, because another one on the list was night and day, which I have just done. I also did the very viral slow shutter movement. I don't know why, I didn't really know why and where I was going to use it when I was planning, nor when I was filming. But in my opinion, if not used right, it can just look like you're depicting what it feels like to be drunk. I feel like it has its place, but not necessarily in an event video. So I'm gonna see if it works, but I'm not holding out too much hope. And if not, that's fine. I'm just gonna have to think of something else. Okay, my vote is that it doesn't work. It just looks like a corrupted clip. It doesn't look intentional enough. This is me watching the intro for the first time all the way through. Oh, is it too chaotic? Is it too chaotic? Is it too chaotic? Next part of my process is interviews will either be longer on each person so that it tells more of a story, or it will just be an assist. So it will be what they're saying rather than who they are, sort of thing. And this video is definitely focusing more on what they're saying because it's about the energy, it's about the hype. So I'm not necessarily going to put it all in order. Normally when I'm doing like longer interviews and it has to flow, like I put them all in order before I do any of the B-roll or anything. But I'm actually just gonna go over all of the clips and see what works, when it works, and what matches the B-roll and everything. I just kind of like bung it all together, and I don't know, I just get in this zone where I'm like, okay, this works, this works, this works, this doesn't work anymore, you know, stuff like that. And I don't know if I can really explain it. So I'm gonna try as I get to different stages in this workflow to explain what I'm doing, and then I'll let you know. The one thing I've started doing actually more recently than I'd like to admit is color coding my clips. In the past, I used to just cut all the clips and then just, it would be a clump of just 200, 300 clips, and I would just go through and be like, oh, that looks good, and add it. Unfortunately, it worked, but it just was not efficient. So now I color code, as I mentioned to you, but it's still kind of difficult because this event, it was like just a fun meetup, so there's not really specific categories. There were no speakers, so it's hard to kind of break everything up and make it easier to get through everything. So I guess I am just going to end up going through all the clips, especially at the start until I start like dwindling stuff down a bit more. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of times I have to match the kind of music to the speed of the interviews, and this time I'm doing it the other way round. So in order to make it all match up, I am actually speeding up the interviews. And a little trick, don't know if this is actually a trick, I just make the interviews like 115%, 120, and it is so subtle that you would really not notice, but it makes a world of difference. It ups the pace so much, which then makes it match the beats of the music and stops you from having to cut people out of the video. I know which interview is going where now, which is good. There was a really high energy one, but what is said doesn't really make sense for what everyone else is saying. So unfortunately I can't use that, even though he goes boom. So I just accidentally did a really cool thing where the flash is, oh my god, my Corgi sticker from yesterday, where the flash is on beat as well of the Polaroid camera. A little nice, como se dice, improv. I'm not happy with the ending. Like, it just feels rushed and the timing doesn't work. I hate the ending of this song. Basically, I never really have this issue because the songs I choose have all right endings or I can make one. But this song, I had to kind of let go of the fact that I knew it didn't have the best of endings because it was like perfect in every other sense. I've actually used the sound of the crowd cheering on the ribbon cut to like fade out rather than the song. I've just got to add like 2 more clips, is all I've got space for, and then we're finished. I get to watch it for the first time, which is always the exciting but scary bit. Luckily it's time for lunchtime because my trick, I don't know if you've ever like watched any of my videos before. If not, you've been missing out. Wait. The trick that I love, it's not really a trick, but what I love to do is go away. I need to leave it for an hour, even half an hour. I need to come away from it and then come back with fresh eyes. Then you can see things with clarity. I've been going in 15 minutes, it'll be 4 hours straight I've been doing this video. So I need like a second away to refresh my eyes and then I can come back. But anyway, we're gonna do the first watch though. Okay, I think it works. Definitely things I want to change, but there's always things I want to change, but I leave it initially. I leave it initially because I don't know if it's just like me being picky because I've just been looking at it for too long. So, mental note, I'm gonna come back in about 25 minutes. I'm gonna go have a sandwich. Okay, we are back and I can now watch with a fresh pair of eyes. I have a full belly and fresh eyes. It's the ending. But apart from that, what just happened is I can't even remember some of the changes that I was like, oh, need to change that when I first watched it. There was some things that I'm like, oh, I want to swap them round. But overall, see what a full belly does? It clears your mind. I'm gonna go work on the outro. Instead of cutting away to the end, what I have done is actually I've just trimmed from the middle and added some reverb, so I've made the end from the middle and it works a lot better. Let's check.
Thank you so much for coming and can't wait to see you soon. Nice.
Yeah, it does work. It does work. Yay! I have rewatched a lot of times, which is when it gets dangerous because then I just start changing things for the sake of changing things. It is now 2:30, half an hour break, so it's basically 2 o'clock. So I started at 9:45, so that's 4.25 hours we are on for this video. That's pretty good, to be fair. Normally I say like 1.5 of however long the event was. So the event was 3 hours. It should take 4.5 hours to edit, which is lining up, so I'm not too fast.
Thank you so much for coming and can't wait to see you soon.
Maybe I need her to say more. Wait. Okay, so I thought it was about the music. I don't think it is. I think it's about the final note. Like, you have to leave it on a high, and I think I need to add more of what Claudia's said. Low-key, I'm having to do like loads of big moves if I want this to work. Because like, I'm cutting a bit out of what Claudia says at the start to put it at the end, which means I then have to move everything around for the rest of the video to accommodate the empty space that her interview leaves. You know what? That boom might actually make the cut.
Boom! Boom!
No, I can't just add a boom. Okay, no, never mind. I found it.
I'm so used to giving, and now I get to receive.
Frank said at the end of his thing, there's more to come, there's many more to come. Perfect. Perfect length.
We're here in London. This is a spot that every 24/7 it's full of tech people.
And can't wait to see you soon.
I am really happy with the video now. I just want to do one final go away, then come back before I send it over. It's 3 o'clock, so it's still really early. Normally I actually like to sleep on these things. Like, this is really weird. I don't think most editors are like this, but I just am a very big perfectionist. So I like to sleep on things if I can, but when I can't, I need to come away from it and come back and see if anything springs to mind when I watch it with a fresh pair of eyes again. I have some other client work that I'm going to do for about like half an hour, and then I'm going to come back at 4 o'clock and send it. The time has come. It takes a lot of like rounds of me watching things, uploading things, then being like, oh, that doesn't sound right, volume changes, color grading changes, something too dark. It takes a lot of changes, but we are finally at the stage where I am copying the link and sending it to Claudia. It is now out of my hands. Letting things go and not being able to make any final changes feels so major. It is major, I guess, but I just really want to be proud of everything I'm putting out. It is now out of my hands.
Hi London, I'm Claudia and this is Corgi Cafe. We're so excited to finally be in the city and be open 24/7.
We're here in London. This is a spot that every builder now, anyone who wants to hack can resort to. It's 24/7, which is crazy. More to come, more cafes to come, maybe, I don't know. It's 24/7, it's full of tech people, so it's like the best place to meet people. And I really hope they have more dogs walking around.
We have been waiting for somebody in the tech ecosystem to bring Londoners together outside of regular office hours. We work around the clock trying to change the world, and Corgi is helping us do it.
For a very long while, we've lacked a 24/7 open place that has the exact kind of people you want, which is founders, engineers, artists. We are the product of top 5 people we are surrounded by, and we want to be surrounded by the best of the best.
I'm really happy that there's one Corgi Cafe, and hopefully in the future we can get many, many more Corgi Cafes, and I will be working from there and hopefully meeting very exciting people. There's a lot of people in London, and it's really hard to find the cool people, and so hopefully they will all be here.
It's a really phenomenal way for people to meet, get traction, and also for founders to find community in a kind of open space.
I want to see all of the builders here, day and night. Thank you so much for coming and can't wait to see you soon.
It is now the next evening. The video did so well. This was honestly the best like event highlight reel that I could have done this video for. It ended up getting 1,000 likes on LinkedIn. That is about 900 on Claudia's page, which is like obviously basically the direct Corgi page. And it was also my best performing LinkedIn post today. It is currently at 121 likes, which is like unheard of on my LinkedIn. I think my second most liked is 58 likes. So over double. I have had so much positive feedback about it, like the messages from everybody across like Instagram, X, LinkedIn, DMs, comments. It's actually been insane. It's been so validating. I always get such lovely feedback on my videos, which I always appreciate, but this one just took it to a whole nother level. I've booked 5 calls from this video alone. This was definitely the best video to kind of show you my process. This is how I do every event video. I really want to put my all into my events. I hope this also gives you some motivation as well if you're wanting to start doing stuff like this. I only started my business back in January, so to be 8 months in and working for Corgi, who is such a big brand, and getting so much recognition from it is just the most uplifting, empowering thing ever. I am so beyond grateful for everyone's feedback and every single comment and like on this post. It honestly means the world to me. It was actually really funny. I had one of my clients send me a video today and was like, this is a really good example of a video, like sending it as inspiration for when we next do one of our shoots. And the video was this Corgi video. And I went back and was like, oh, that's really funny because this is actually my video. My clients are being inspired by my own work for our work. I am so grateful for how well this video has performed, and I'm also really grateful for you sitting through almost half an hour of watching me do this whole thing. I had actually a lot of fun like filming this because it made me reflect and think about what I'm actually doing and express how I work, because normally, like I've said throughout this video, I just kind of do what I do. I don't really know how I'm doing it or why I'm doing it. And it's important to kind of reflect because that's how you can learn and grow and also change things that might not be working, ways that can be more efficient. I don't want to go off on a tangent. I will now let you go back to the world of YouTube or your own life. Thank you for watching 30 minutes of mine. I'm so grateful for you. I'm grateful for the feedback on this video, and I will be even more grateful if I see you in my next video. Bye.